Hi, I'm Danny with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at the Swagman XTC2 tilt bike rack on our 2016 Buick Encore. Let's first look how this bike will interact with the Buick here. As you can see, this mountain bike does have a little bit longer handlebars, and it is pretty close to the windshield, but if you have some shake on the highway, as you can see, there's nothing to worry about. Now, the pedal is a little bit closer here. You have to make sure this is in the up position, because if it's down here, it will come into contact with your lower bumper. Now, with a bike on the rack here, it will cover a little bit of your tail lights, your license plate, and it will obstruct the view of your backup camera, but you can still use it. One of the most notable features about this bike rack is its tilt function. So you can actually just remove this lower pin here and tilt the whole bike rack down. And with that tilt, you should have access to your trunk, so you can grab your helmets, your shoes, or anything you need before you hit the trail. Now, this bike rack does hold two bikes, and I found that getting the rear bike off is a little easier when it's in this tilt position, because this middle support gets a little bit in the way of the handlebars, and you have more room this way. So I'll go ahead and remove the strap securing the wheels to the cradles on either side. Get those out of the spokes. And this middle support, you just want to push in on this button and lift it up. That will free your bike. And now you can just lift it off and store it or hit the trail. And to tilt this back up, you just push it back to the vertical position, and we'll just replace our pin here. This bike rack does have adjustable cradles, so it will fit a wide variety of different bike sizes. And if you're planning on driving with this without a bike attached, you can pull this center pin, and this center section here will actually tilt to either side and make it a lot more compact. You may notice that the center section will rest on the knobs to tighten and loosen the cradles here, so that is just something to keep in mind. And then when you put it in the down position, make sure to reattach the pin. Now I'll go ahead and give you a couple measurements here. So from the bumper to the farthest point of the bike rack here is going to be about 20 inches. And then from the ground to the bottom of the bike rack is about 12.5 inches. So this actually will give you about a 3.5 inch rise from your hitch. One really nice thing about this bike rack is it comes with an adapter, so you can actually fit this with 2-inch hitch receivers as well as 1.25-inch hitch receivers. Now, this also comes with an anti-rattle hitch pin that threads into your bike rack, and you can tighten it down with a 3/4-inch socket. This bike rack can support two 35-pound bikes. Now, if that weight isn't enough for you, you may want to check out the Shifts and Grins by Benton. That one can support up to 55 pounds, so if you do have heavier bikes, that might be something to look into. If you have any questions on what bike rack is going to be best for you, then please feel free to reach out. If you decide to get this bike rack for your Buick, then please let us know how you're liking it in a review or comment. But that just about does it for the Swagman XTC2 bike rack on our 2016 Buick Encore.